Do you know what your dog actually does while you sleep? You might assume they're just curled up beside you, but once your eyes close, something changes. Your dog starts doing things you almost never see, and some of those behaviors reveal more about how they truly feel about you than almost anything they do when you're awake. Miss the meaning behind them, and you might be misreading your dog entirely. Let's start with the strangest one. 1. They touch your face to check on you. Ever wake up to a cold nose on your cheek, a paw on your shoulder, or a soft lick near your mouth? Most people assume it's just their dog being clingy or asking to go outside. But here's what's really happening. Dogs gather an incredible amount of information from your breath and skin. When you fall asleep, your breathing changes, your scent changes, your body settles into a different rhythm, and your dog notices immediately. That nudge to your face isn't always about attention. Sometimes it's an information check. They're sampling your breath, your skin, your movement, making sure everything still smells normal, still feels familiar, still says you're okay. And this isn't just a sweet fantasy. Dogs can detect changes in human stress from breath and sweat. Medical alert dogs can also pick up changes linked to conditions like low blood sugar, sometimes even during the night. So when your dog gets close to your face while you sleep, they may be reading your condition more carefully than you realize. And here's what most people miss. That's only one side of the bond. Later, I'll talk about what many dogs do after they've checked on you. And it's something so quiet, most owners never notice it. 2. Those 3 a.m. wake ups aren't random. Why does your dog suddenly leap off the bed, trot into the hallway, or bark at absolutely nothing in the middle of the night? 1 second, total silence. The next, they're moving like something just tripped an invisible alarm. It feels dramatic, maybe even a little ridiculous. But there's a reason it happens. Dogs don't sleep the way humans do. Their sleep is more fragmented, and they stay much more responsive to little changes in the environment. A sound outside, a shift in the house, a footstep 2 rooms away, something you never heard at all. So that burst of movement through the hallway, the sudden stop at the bedroom door, the quick scan of the living room, it isn't always random chaos. For a lot of dogs, it's a brief environmental check. They're waking, sampling the space, and making sure the place they're sleeping in is still secure. And yes, that secure place includes you. And hey, if you're the kind of person who actually wants to understand what's going on in your dog's head, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. 3. They dig at your blankets on purpose. Ever notice your dog scratching, circling, or digging at your blankets before they lie down? Most people think it's just a weird bedtime ritual. But there's more going on than that. Yes, part of it is ancient nesting behavior. Long before dogs slept on soft beds and thick comforters, canids scratched and circled to shape a safe place to rest, adjust the surface, and get comfortable before lying down. But here's what most owners miss. When your dog digs at your blanket, especially your bed, they're not just making it comfortable, they're also making it theirs. Dogs have glands in their paw pads that help leave scent behind, so when they scratch, press, and circle in one spot, they're not only building a nest, they're also adding their own chemical signature to that space. And when that space already smells like you, something even more powerful happens. They're mixing their scent with yours. This isn't random, it's comfort, attachment, and territory all at once. Your bed isn't just soft to them, it's saturated with the smell of the person their world revolves around. So that scratching you thought was just annoying, it may be your dog building a shared safe place inside your world. 4. They stare at nothing in the dark. Have you ever looked over and seen your dog frozen in place, staring into a dark hallway, and felt that little wave of unease? Like they noticed something you didn't? Before you assume your house is haunted, here's what's actually happening. Dogs experience darkness very differently than we do. Their eyes are built to work better in low light, and the reflective layer behind the retina helps them use dim light far more efficiently than humans can. But it isn't just vision. Dogs also hear much higher frequencies than we do. So while you're lying there hearing silence, your dog may be catching a faint whine from electronics, movement outside, tiny sounds in the wall, or footsteps long before you ever would. When your dog stares at nothing, they usually aren't staring at nothing at all. They're processing real sensory information from a world that is quieter, dimmer, and far more detailed than the one you're experiencing from the pillow. 5. They lick your hair while you sleep. Ever wake up with your hair slightly damp, or feel your dog gently licking your hand, your forehead, or the edge of your hairline while you were barely awake? It sounds strange, but in dogs, that kind of quiet licking can be deeply social. Among dogs, licking and muzzle contact are tied to greeting, bonding, and social connection. And in pet dogs, closeness to their human isn't a small thing. Your presence can calm them, regulate them, and act as a kind of emotional anchor. There's another layer too. Dogs are powerfully tuned to your scent. Studies on canine brains have found that the smell of an owner activates reward systems more strongly than other familiar scents. So when a dog gently licks or nuzzles your hair at night, they're not necessarily being weird. They may be drawn to the most personal, concentrated version of you. Now, to be fair, sometimes dogs lick because they like salt or skin oils, but when it's slow, relaxed, and paired with cuddling or settling in close, it's often affiliation, not hunger. It means your dog isn't just near you, they're choosing connection. Here's the thing, most owners will never catch their dog doing this. It happens in the dark, in silence, when you're deep asleep. But it can mean your dog sees you as more than the person with the food bowl. You're part of their emotional home. 6. They say, I love you while you sleep. Remember earlier when we talked about your dog checking on you with their nose, their paw, or that quiet little nudge? That's only half the story. Because after some dogs make sure everything is okay, they do something else. Something you'll probably never see. They settle against you. Maybe it's their back against your leg, their chin on the mattress beside you, their body pressed lightly into your feet. And then, finally, they let go. That moment matters. Sleep is vulnerable. Studies on dogs show that attachment to an owner changes the way dogs sleep, and that an owner's presence can function like a safe haven, helping dogs settle more deeply and show fewer signs of vigilance. So when your dog chooses to sleep touching you, or stays close after checking on you, they're not just claiming a warm spot. They're telling you something in the clearest language a dog has. I feel safe here with you. That's the thing about dogs. Some of their deepest affection doesn't happen when you're throwing a ball or calling their name. It happens in the quiet, in the dark, when they don't need anything from you at all. And maybe that's what makes it so pure. It's not a performance, it's trust.